Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies coming at you with something just a little bit different. It's
Well, that was different. I was just trying to be different.
one bourbon,
One scotch.
and one beer.
Woo!
Let's test it.
Test it! Triple style.
Good?
I thought it was good. I don't know about the hat thing. I just figured do something a little bit more emotionless.
All right.
Oh, we got a cat face. Bringing back some of the old shirts, toning down the manga. Figured you'd appreciate.
Good.
Thank you. Keep it tight.
You can wear what you want to wear.
Whatever.
I got an email from Ron Steger.
Ooh, yeah. You shared this with me. It's a good one. I got a hand now. Sorry, go ahead.
Gentlemen, I've been a subscriber of yours for quite some time, and your reviews are entertaining.
Thank you.
I had an idea kind of along the lines of your shootouts. The inspiration came from a song by George Thorogood.
What is that? Pretty Woman?
You know which one. So how about it? A shootout pairing of one bourbon, one scotch, and one beer. I mean, the possible combinations are endless. And he goes in, he's got a high dollar lineup here. He wants Elijah Craig, 18, Glendronach, 21, Parliament, and a Hacker Shore Marzen Amber, or Oktoberfest.
Goodness.
So,
well, he can do
let's
that.
do, and we kind of thought when I brought this up to you, you said it could kind of be a seasonal deal.
Yeah,
and it's more like, what are we drinking now?
It's a good point.
One bourbon, one scotch, one beer.
And you know what else it was good for? Ever since we got into whiskeys, I've pretty much kind of left beer behind. Except for you on occasion will have these really cool chocolate stout things that you'll have me try, which are always good. So this was nice because I actually went to the store looking for a beer.
Huh.
So
now, I had a trip to the dentist earlier this morning.
And I did not shave.
I'm a little numb up here.
I wondered how quickly you were going to want to film.
Well,
When you were talking to me, it was on,
I thought it'd be a little bit yet, but I notice it's still
whiskey cures
sagging.
all. Whiskey cures all.
My bourbon, I'm going to jump right in there. One bourbon, I'm going Maker's Mark.
Woo!
Love it.
Now, we've almost matched up. First of all, we both got giant bottles.
Handles.
Handles. Yeah, we got handles. Second of all, if you haven't watched our 16-bottle blind bourbon, this may be a foretaste of what happened there. So I have the Elijah Craig. This does have the 12-year age statement on the back, just so folks know.
I will say with bourbon, I do like a rocks glass, and I like some ice. I've got some rocks in there.
I picked that out. I know it's more of a Glencairn-shaped kind of rocks glass, but I thought that'd be perfect for you. So
I like it. And the Maker's Mark, to me, it's available in every store. It's reasonable. You can find it for $25 for a $7.50. Any store you go into has Maker's Mark. It's a wheated bourbon.
And it blew your mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, in a blind tasting.
Exactly.
When we had this by itself, I was like, it's mediocre. Yeah. It's okay. I don't know what all the hype's about.
I did the same thing here. Although it wasn't the 12-year. It was the 8, I think.
The NAS one.
Right. Yeah. But Elijah Craig. So first of all, taste blind. But I have the Elijah Craig in. Delicious.
How about scotch? You ready to move on to your scotch?
Yes.
Or should we spend some more time on the bourbon?
Well, I could spend all day on the bourbon.
I know.
And then we'd have a long show. We may. You know what I'm very curious to try is once we got them all back. Yeah, once they're all in, then maybe we float around because we know that the beer that I had the one time, a stout, changed some flavors. So how about I'll lead off. If you've been watching the 16-bottle Pete madness, it turned out I'm a big Ardbeg fan. So Ardbeg 10, the standard, anybody can get this. It's out there. This is smoky. This is all kinds of earthy smoky. But unbelievably good. And I love my Petes. And I wanted to see how well this will transition if I'm going a bourbon, a scotch, and a beer. Ardbeg 10, it held up very well in our Pete blind shootout, and I was stunned by it as well.
Ardbeg 10 would probably make one of your top 5 scotch lists of all time, or just top 5, not excluding special release category stuff.
Right. See, there's all these caveats. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I agree with you.
If you made a list of readily available,
yes, I like that.
Scotch,
that's a list. We need to do a top 5 of guaranteed on your shelf or on the liquor store shelf right now.
Staples, you'd call it.
Ooh.
The
Wow, you're
staples. That would be one of your staples.
You are
Top 5
creating stuff now. This is how the dummies do it.
A lot of people that watch us probably know what my Scotch is going to be, and it's a staple.
This is a good staple.
Macallan 12. Love it.
I already
One of my favorite 12-year. And when I think of sherried Scotch, right there at the top of the list. 12 years of exclusive maturing in sherry Oloroso casks.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. Those are good. God dang.
If you're getting into Scotch and you want to know what sherry is, buy the Macallan 12.
Yeah.
If you're into Scotch and you like sherry, buy the Macallan 12.
If you just enjoy a brown spirit, Macallan 12.
That's right. Always good. Now,
we'd had it early. I know we won't spend too much. We'd had it early, and then we'd kind of moved by in the years as we were just slamming and bamming and going and going. And then you and I happened to just pour this out at a different location. We're like, let's try it. We're
about a year ago.
Oh my God.
About a year ago.
About a year ago. We were both, oh my God.
Yep.
Yeah. Lead off with your beer.
Well, if you're going to go back and forth and see how they influence each other, this one would mess up my taste buds. This is Boulevard's Tequila Barrel Lime Gose.
Wow.
Yes. A sour ale, which I've been not necessarily craving, but just digging. I've been digging the sour ales, but they do things to your taste buds.
I've got a Meantime Naval College Old Porter, which is only called that apparently in the States. Otherwise, it's called a hospital porter or something. I don't know. I'd have to look. Here's the main thing with this. It's aged in Octomore barrels. None of the peat comes through, but I thought it was neat. And I'm going to tell you what I wanted, which is not even being made anymore, is the Sam Adams Double Bock. And it was so rich and strong. It wasn't made anymore, so this was suggested to be by Cooper. I tried it before I picked it for the show, and it definitely is in. I kind of loosened that. I thought I could pop it. Okay, I couldn't.
Yeah, my the Tequila Barrel Lime Gose would have to come later.
Really? Okay.
You wouldn't want to go back and forth. Shoot the bourbon, shoot the Macallan, chug the Tequila Lime Gose. The
other thing we should do is when we get to chatting, and I know it may run us just slightly long, I would like to try your lineup. So there you go. That's the Meantime. Octomore is involved here just for the use of their barrels.
Now, I do like the stouts, and I about brought a KBS
porter
beer special release.
Right, and my caveat would have been the Guinness Extra Stout. I really like, and I actually picked that up in case I got a couple of these, and I tried one of them just to see. I thought, well, maybe I won't like it. Oh no, I like it.
You know what I liked about this, though? It's all stuff that's readily available. So
this may not be.
That may not be. Yeah, and even this is kind of a limited run from Boulevard, but
that's good.
All right,
I get a little chocolate.
And maybe this is seasonal. Maybe we come back in 3 or 4 months and we do it again and see what, just at the time, what are we drinking?
Can we process through? I know it'll take a little bit longer. You wanted to keep it short, or do you want to just say no?
Try it.
I mean, I'd like to try yours. God, that's good.
The Maker's Mark. The sweetness, actually, of the Tequila Lime Gose is almost makes a little bit of a, like I got a lime in my bourbon.
Goodness. You know, the hard thing is actually moving on to the next one. Because I want a stick, then I wanted a stick.
And the Macallan 12. Oh, yeah. It's like a Macallan 12 with a little bit of lime in it. A little bit more oak.
You want to try my lineup?
Maybe later.
Guess the fans won't get to see it. We're keeping it tight. 1 bourbon, 1 scotch, 1 beer. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Cilantro.
Dummies.